Good YouTube, Quinn Wade coming to y'all on this beautiful Sunday evening. We're going to start the day off with some rookie analysis. Y'all know I can give y'all my update on the top 10 rookies every single month until the rookie of the year is decided. And right now, I'm going to give y'all my 10 best rookies this season so far. So I've been doing this since October. So it's going to be some surprises and there's also going to be some changes. And let's start off with Trey Johnson. He's really been playing some good basketball for the Washington Wizards. He's averaging about 12.9 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and on 44% shooting from the field. He also shooting 39% from 3, 89% from the free throw line. He has played 39 games, started 21 of them. And he's really showing you that he can put the ball in the basket at a high level. He's a legitimate 6'5", 190. He's a good shooter. Doesn't take him that much room. Don't need that much space to be able to pull up and knock down shots. He's still working to become a combo guard that can make some plays for himself and others. That's something that we're slowly seeing him try to add to his game. But other than that, the guy can attack. The guy can score in multiple ways. And he has good touch. And that's something that's important when you're trying to be a shooter and you're trying to be a scorer in this league. And then you look at Yegor Denman. He's just been a spot up three-point shooter to me. He doesn't really do more than that when he's on the basketball court, but he's just so good at it. And he doesn't get in the way. He doesn't try to do too much. He's obvious type of passer too. He's just going to give it to you when he thinks you have a shot that you like. He's not going to do anything crazy. He's not going to penetrate that much. He's not going to do no behind the back passes or nothing like that. He's just going to try to make the obvious play. He's shooting 40% from 3, considering that that's basically all the shots that he takes. That's a really good percentage. That's also why he shoots 40% from the field, which isn't that great, but, you have to get in where you fit in sometimes. And if that's what you're the best at and that's what you're most effective at, that's a good way to start your career. People forget that Yegor is a 6'8" player. He's not 6'1". He's not 6'4". He's a legitimate 6'8", 200 pounds. So for him to be playing guard position for the Brooklyn Nets is a little bit different for him because he's playing point guard at some points of his season. And he's not really great at running the offense and making decisions and making plays. And you can see that when he's out there, he's just out there as a weapon that can provide space, and he does a good job of that. He is also shooting 84% from the free throw line. That's really good. Obviously, he's only taking one attempt, so that's not that much, but he doesn't really try to get fouled, or he's a guy that also doesn't try to force anything, and that's also a good thing, too, because you don't want to do too many things that can hurt you. He's only averaging 1.7 turnovers. He also getting 3.2 boards, 3.4 assists. And he also is getting almost a steal a game at 0.8. 10 points is always good because, like I said, you're showing that you're a starting caliber player. That's something that you want to show improve as a rookie. He's doing that for the Nets. That doesn't really say too much, but it's also still an honor to be able to play in the NBA, and that's what he wanted to do, and he's having fun out there, and he's having big plays and big shots made throughout the season for the Nets, and you just hope that could continue to help him develop into a decent young player that he's showing that he has the ability to be. Number 8, I'm going to go with Renard for the Sacramento Kings. He's been all right to me. Obviously, he got a lot of minutes because Sabonis was out. That's going to change because Sabonis is now healthy. He was being a decent center anyway, just scoring at the basket, providing a little bit of spacing with his three-point shooting. Obviously, he was rebounding at a high level for his position for the Kings when he had the opportunities and the minutes. And I like what he's been able to do. He's having a starting caliber rookie season, and that should be your goal. But he's only playing 23 minutes per game. He is shooting 54% from the field on 7.4 field goal attempts. That's good. But he's only shooting 28% from three, and he's not even attempting one a game. And since he's been attempting about one a game these last couple weeks that he's been starting, he's still not shooting that great. And he also shooting 73% from the free throw line. He is getting one assist per game too, but he's also averaging 2.5 personal fouls. That's a lot in 23 minutes, but he also is getting a turnover. That's not that bad because you're not really asking him to handle the ball too much. And like I said, he can get you 10 a game or more. He's going to obviously roll to the basket real fast, and he's going to get deep position to be able to go straight up for a dunk. Those are the shots you want mostly all the big man to get, and he's showing you that he's capable of getting there and getting it done. 7'1", 250 for the people that don't know. That's legitimate size for a big, and they got a good pick at 42 because he's also a quality player out of Stanford, but he is a little older, so that could be a reason why he played so heady as a rookie. But then again, they kind of expected that, and that's also a reason why he dropped a little bit in the draft because he's more of a polished product than a guy that has a lot of potential and a lot of upside. And sometimes that can hurt your draft stock because people look at it like, well, this is what we're going to get, and we're not going to probably get too much more out of them. That is something we don't know. Obviously, some guys develop faster. Some guys continue to tweak their game. Some guys evolve into other type of players when they play for a long period of time in the NBA. He's more of a wait and see right now, but he's doing everything that they ask him to. And that's all you can really be happy about. Number 6, I got Caleb Love. He's a really good player. He's really coming on strong. You have to like what he's been able to do in a short period of time. He has really been a good finisher too when he's trying to attack. I like what he's been about as a guy that's been getting a little bit more minutes now, and he's doing that for the Blazers. For the people that don't know, you have to love the fact that they have had guys that have been able to come in and do whatever needed, and he's been a guy that's been asked to do more than he probably would have thought. He is an older guy, 24 years old. He's about 6'3", 212. That's really big and really strong for that weight on him and that size. And the fact that he can hit a three from time to time is something that you like. Shooting about 32% from three, 38% from the field in 22 minutes. He also shooting 72% from the free throw line. He averaging about 2.7 assists and 2.7 rebounds and 11 points per game. A lot of the rookies are struggling to shoot, but he's starting to figure things more out, especially in January and we'll see what he does in February. But January and December, he started to make a name for himself by scoring double figures in points in both of those months. And he averaged about 14 a game in January, which just wrapped up yesterday. And he ended that game on Friday with 12, shooting 33, 20%. That's why I don't have him in the top 5. He isn't the most efficient guy when it comes to scoring the basketball. Obviously, you want him to be, but you have to see all the rookies that you have available and see who's really producing, see who's going out there making a difference on both ends of the court. And he's been a guy that's been trying to play as good as he can. That's all you can really expect from him. That's all you can want from him. He has played 41 games and only started one of them, and he's still been able to give you 11 a game. That's not easy to do. That's a hard thing to do, and he's been able to still get it done. And like I said, he's working hard for his buckets. He's doing it off the dribble. He's doing it off the bounce. And it hasn't been working as great as you would want it to. But then again, I don't really know what you really want him to be besides a guy that's out there playing as hard as he can to try to get the best results for himself and his teammates. And they believe in him. They're relying on him. And we'll see if he continues to get the minutes because guys are getting more healthier for the Blazers, so that might cut into his opportunities, that might cut into his minutes. But at the same time, that's just how it goes, and he should be happy that he had the opportunity to showcase his skills and get some legitimate minutes in the league, even though he didn't play that well. And number five, well, I would say five-ish, is Jeremiah Fears. He's getting about 25 minutes. He's got reduced to the bench lately. He's only shooting 43% from the field. He also attempts 11.8 field goals a game. He's shooting about 31% from three, 3.2 attempts from three. Not the greatest from the field. He's a high volume scorer at this point in his career. He is shooting 81% though from the free throw line on 2.7 attempts. That's good. He's also giving you about 3.7 rebounds and 3 assists on 43% shooting from the field. Like I said before, he also giving you a steal a game, and 13 points is nothing to sneeze at. That's hard to do when you're coming in as a guy that has a broken type of jump shot at the NBA level. And you can see that in his three-point shooting. You can see that in his field goal. He's also not the fastest guy. He's also not the greatest finisher, but he has a good body, 6'3", 190 pounds. That's legit, and you need to be about that if you want to have a decent impact at the NBA level, which he is proving and showing that he has had. But he's also not the greatest passer if you're going to play him at the guard position. He's not a great decision maker. He's not a great floor general. And he's not the greatest scorer either. So you're basically trying to help make him see more things and get involved in more things to be a better high IQ player in the future for you. And that's the hope. But right now, he's still having a good season. I mean, in January, he gave you 11.8 points. He gave you 42% from the field, 28% from three. He is shooting 92% from the free throw line. He also has 2.7 assists and 1.3 steals. It's not something that's amazing or mind-blowing, but it is good for a 19-year-old. Most 19-year-olds can't come in and give you double figures from the start of the season all the way until the middle of the season. And that's something that he has been able to do each and every month, is score double figures in points as a starter or coming off the bench. And that's why I still have him as one of the better rookies this season. And it all makes sense because of that. Next is Derek Queen. He's been in a little bit of a slump lately. He hasn't really been able to score as well as you would like him to. That's been his problem. He's not the greatest mid-range scorer. He's not the greatest three-point shooter. Obviously, if you're not doing that, you have to finish well around the rim. He's about 48% from the field, which is low for a big man, but he's only 6'9". I think people think he's taller than that, or they probably felt that he would be taller than that, but he's already 21 years old. He's basically locked into this body that he has, and he has to basically do the rest with skills. And he has a good ability to drive. He knows how to use his body. He knows how to use his strength to be able to create enough separation to get clean looks off. He knows how to pass at a decent level. He's decent on the boards. Obviously, you would like him to be better. And then you look at the fact that he is willing to take a three, but he prefers not to. He's not even attempting 1 3 per game, and he's still only shooting 20% anyway. So I can see why he would try to stay away from that. And then he's also looking at 79% from the free throw line. That shows you that he's capable of being a mid-range shooter. Most defenses going to let him take it anyway until he proves that he can hurt them enough to where they have to respect it. But if you do that, then he's just going to bump and drive right past you and get to the free throw line. He's attempting about 3.3 free throws a game anyway. So it makes sense for them to just say, we'll just contest a mid-range jumper and see if you can make it enough. And then he also got 7 boards a game. That's really good for his age and good for him because he has some other guys that can chip in and get boards on his team too, and he's still getting a decent amount of them. And then the 4.3 assists, obviously the Şengüns and the Jokic's allow you to play in the post a little bit or play in the middle of the court, back guys down, or just try to make plays from that area on the court. Is something that people are really liking and people want to have on their team if they can get a player that can do it successfully. And Queen is showing you that he can be one of those type of prototype of players for your team, and they're trying to see how much it can actually work and help their team in the present, but also in the possible future. And then he's also having active hands. He's giving about 0.9 blocks, which means he's getting a couple blocks a month, and he may even average a block, you know, by the end of the season. But he's already giving you one steal a game. Not only that, he does turn the ball over a good amount for the minutes that he plays. He's about 25 minutes per game, and he's giving you about 2.5 turnovers, meaning he's a little indecisive. He's thinking a lot. He's getting trapped a lot. He's getting, a little bit predictable, or the defense are just rushing him and making him uncomfortable as they should. And he just has to be a little bit more patient or a little bit more quicker with his decisions. Other than that, 12 points a game, 7 boards, 4 assists on 48% shooting is a good, solid rookie campaign for any rookie, especially in this draft class. And it's good to see him thriving and shining. I got Cedric Howard next. That'd be fourth. He would be good. He's been slowing down a little lately. The NBA is getting tough on him, and he's not really known as a great scorer anyway coming into the NBA. He was known as a guy that can really play off other good players and still be able to make some shots from time to time from the perimeter, or even get out in transition or make some drives or some cuts to the basket. That's what made him a quality rookie. Still 13 points, 6 rebounds, 2.9 assists. He's shooting about 46% from the field, which is really good for a person of his caliber. And he's showing you that you have to respect him out there, even from the three-point line. Even though he's only shooting 34%, he will take a couple a game. 4.5 attempts is a good amount for a guy that can make it at that percentage or a little bit better. He's also shooting 10 shots a game, which is decent for a rookie. Usually they don't get that, especially when they're starting off the bench. But he shows you that he can be a solid defender and a guy that can, be a decent scorer too. And then 85 free throws for him, percentage wise, 85% is really good. On 2.6 assists, 2.6 attempts. He's also giving you about 6.3 rebounds. That's above average for a guy playing this position. And it shows you that he's willing to do the extra small little things, the dirty work things that you need to be done to help you be able to win games, especially in the future when they get more talent possibly. And then obviously 2.9 assists, that's above average for a guy that's a forward too. Almost 3 a game. That's really nice to see that he's a team player. He keeps the ball moving. He doesn't let it stick in his hands, and that's always something that you want to see, the offense flowing and going. And he's showing you that he can adapt and be a chameleon sometimes in the offense. And also defensively, he can come out of nowhere and get steals and blocks. And that's what you want to be able to do as a wing. And he does all those things, and he's only 22, an older rookie. But he understands the game. He knows how to play it. He understands what the coach wants him to do. He understands what the team needs him to do. And that's all you can really ask for when you get somebody at 11. If they're not going to be a star or a superstar, at least you want them to be a star in their role. And then VJ Edgecombe for the Philadelphia 76ers, I have him number 3. Right now, he got off to a great start. He's still having a decent rookie season. 15 points, 5 boards, 4 assists, 42% from the field. You thought he'll shoot a little bit higher than that because of his ability to score in transition, his ability to create transition opportunities with his steals and sometimes blocks, and the fact that he does have the ability to drive and finish in the lane with layups and dunks. He's also shooting 2.4 free throws per game and shooting it at 77%. That's decent. Obviously, he's giving you playmaking ability too, which is something that you expected him to be able to do with the talent that he has around him. And then he's shooting 36% from 3. That's respectable, especially considering the fact that he's shooting about 5.7 3-point attempts per game, which is a good amount, but that's more than I actually thought he'd be shooting as a rookie. And he is shooting more better from 3 than people thought that he would when he was coming into the league. And he has played 44 games, which is basically over half the season right now. And hopefully he can stay healthy and continue to play at a high level for the rest of the season. And that's all we can really want from him. But Con Knipple, I have at number two. He's giving you about 18.8 a game, 5.4 rebounds, and 3.6 assists. He's shooting 48% from the field. He's also shooting 42% from three on 7.7 attempts. He's also taking 13.4 field goal attempts that shoot that 48% from the field. He's playing 32 minutes a game. He has played 49 games already. And then he also is giving you 89% from the free throw line on 2.7 attempts. He's also giving you 0.7 steals, 2.2 personal fouls, and 2.1 turnovers. Just a master class of how to score the basketball without trying that much and not wasting too much energy to be able to do it. I mean, he's catching and shooting, he's driving and shooting it. He's doing all these trick type of moves to get himself open, and he's shooting the ball so quick. As soon as you take your eyes off of him, the ball is already in the basket or close to being in the basket. He's just an amazing player. The Charlotte Hornets got a steal, even though he was the number 4 pick. He's just playing fantastic basketball from the start of the season and still now. And I thought he had struggled scoring the basketball. I thought he'd have some trouble drive and stuff of that nature, and it hasn't been the case. He has had a tremendous rookie season, and I love everything that he's been able to do. I love how he plays. I love his mentality. I love his fearlessness. I love his bravado. I love his confidence. This man ain't scared of the big moments. He wants those chances. He wants those opportunities. And that's what the Charlotte Hornets needed, was a guy that complements their stars, which is Brandon Miller and LaMelo Ball. He can play off the ball. He can score on the ball. He can make plays. Like I say, he's averaging 3.6 assists. He's a team player. He fits in the offense, and he does everything that you would want a wing to do, even defend at a decent level. And he's been able to do that without giving up anything negative wise either. Like, you don't really have no problem playing him a significant amount of minutes. And that's something that you will have to love from him. I mean, 32 minutes a game means you all in on him as a player. If you're a coach or a teammate, we need this guy to help us win basketball games. And the Hornets been winning a lot more lately, and we can see if they can make a playoff push in the Eastern Conference, because they have dealt with some injuries to important players. And now we're going to see what they can do healthy with Con Knipple in that fold and in the mix. And he has been a great fit, for this team. And I think he could have been a great fit for basically any team. And he's proven that this rookie season. And number one, Cooper Flag, I just feel like he ended the month strong. Obviously, he had 49 against the Hornets. He had 34 against the Rockets. Both of those games, he shot really well from the field, 69% from the Hornets and 60% from three, 52% against the Rockets, who was one of the toughest teams in the Western Conference. And he also had 10 boards against the Hornets, 12 boards against the Rockets. And, man, Cooper Flag showing you that he can take his game to another level. He averaged 23 points in December on 50 and 33% from three, 80% from the free throw line. He had 4 assists and 1 steal, 1 block, showing you his two-way play. And then in January, 20.8 points, 47 from the field, 31 from three. He gave you 76% from the free throw line, 7 rebounds, 4.5 assists, 1.3 steals, 0.6 blocks. He only had 2.1 turnovers and 2.1 personal fouls, and he took 17 shots a game. No AD, no Kyrie, no problem for Cooper Flag to put up decent numbers on decent efficiency. He's shooting about 48% from the field on the season. He's getting 34 minutes per game. He's shooting 28% from three. That's a weak spot in this game right now. 3.5 attempts, though. He's still showing you that he's confident in it. He's still not going to, abandon the three-point shot. And he's still showing you that he doesn't need to rely on the three-point shot too much to be efficient from the field and be able to score the basketball at a high level. He's also taking 4.5 free throw attempts and shooting 79% from the free throw line. He did also get 6 rebounds per game and 4 assists per game too at this point in the season. That's fantastic for a rookie that's only 19 years old, and he just turned 19 December 21st. And then on top of that, he's still giving you 1.2 steals per game on the season, and then he's giving you 19.8 points, which is a whole point ahead of Con Knipple, and he has a chance to continue to build upon that before this season is over. Averaging 20 is a tough thing to do as a rookie, and Cooper Flag is on the cups of getting it done and doing that. And we'll see if he's able to accomplish it. But he is having a season that has been one of the better ones that we have seen, and there's still some more time to improve and grow before this season is over. And we'll see if he's able to do that and become a better player and become a more efficient player as the season continues, especially from three and from the free throw line. But him and Con is neck and neck. They're really going at each other. They're really bringing the best out of each other. They're really having great seasons as rookies. Obviously, we knew they'd be good players coming into the league, but it is still fun watching them and seeing them play and live out their goals and playing at a high level and showing you that they can really do exactly what they did in high school and in college, and they can do it against the best players in the world. And that's the whole purpose of this list, showing you that even teenagers and guys in their early 20s can come in and play at a high level and show that they can play, at a great level. And all they need is confidence. All they need is reps, and all they need to do is do right by their bodies, and they have a chance to do something special. And if I had to pick a rookie of the year right now, based off how the month of January ended, it would be Cooper Flag, but Con Knipple right there. He's just been that good, and he's just been spectacular for the Charlotte Hornets. But you got to say the same thing about Cooper Flag in Dallas. Other than that, comment, like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell to get the analysis when it first come out. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today, hopefully with more analysis.